Welcome back to the Great Outdoors Show. I'm your host, Bob Ide. We are at Weaver's Archery in Middleburg with Keith Weaver. And Keith, right around the corner, we're going to talk about hunting. Time to get your bow for preseason preps. What do we talk about first?
So probably the first thing to look at is your bowstring. Ideally, every bowstring should look fantastic. Unfortunately, sometimes they are not. If it looks like this here, maybe a coating of wax will do you. You also might take into consideration how long it's been on. The manufacturers recommend new strings every year. We tell people every 2 to 4 years because you don't want your bowstring to snap, because if your bow looks like this, you probably have a problem. It's missing a string, it blew up. So we got a new set of strings for this one. We'll address that at another time, but yeah, that can hurt the bow and a lot of other things. So mainly check the strings. Look over the limbs, make sure there's no dings, make sure there's no splinters or cracks coming off the limbs. Look at the cams, make sure they're not dinged up too bad. And then a place like ours, we can check cam timing depending what cam system that you have on your bow. That's huge because, if you have a drop away rest or, there's a multitude of different things that are affected by cam timing. Cam timing is big. All right, so we're going to check the cam timing on this particular bow. So we're just going to go ahead and draw the bow up, and we can see here that our bottom cam is hitting the cable and our top cam is not. So that's a cam timing issue. That'll make the arrows and especially the broadheads fly a little funny. So we're going to let this up here and we'll take care of that. Okay, so we're going to press the bow and put some twists in this one cable that goes to the bottom cam. Here at Weaver's Archery, we use bow presses that do not affect the riser. We just use a press that flexes the limb. So it saves us, but also saves the bow for the customer. So we're going to press the bow here, put a few twists in, and see how this works out. All right, so we put a couple of twists in the string. I'll do a pre-draw, but before I draw the bow, I'll make sure all the cables are hooked up. We want to make sure the bow stays together. So we'll just draw the bow here real quick, and then we'll put it back in the machine. Okay, so we put the twist into what's called the bus cable on this cam system, and we're going to put it on the drawboard here and see how our cams are hitting. Perfect, hitting with the bottom cam and with the top cam. But cam timing is very, very important to good shooting. So the cams are in time, this bow's ready to go.
So let's talk about crossbows now for the preseason preps. What do we need to know for crossbows?
Sure, so if you shoot a crossbow, one of the biggest things is to check the center serving. This area is the hardest wear spot on any crossbow. If it's shown any type of wear, it's good to get that part reserved. Make sure you have fresh there. Again, looking at the strings, make sure this one's not too bad, but it's probably should get replaced fairly soon. You can see that's worn pretty much the whole way around. This should get a new string on here pretty soon. Also, you can see it's frayed here. It's got a good bit of wear going on. This gentleman does have a new set of strings coming. We also have right here on the face of the limb, little pieces of limb material coming off there. I'll show you here with a knife. We can pick those pieces up. See that? That's going to progressively get worse to the point where the whole bow is going to explode. So an easy way to check your limbs is to use a tissue or a cotton ball, a cotton ball snag on things like that, and you can easily see if you have a problem with the limbs.
So now, Keith, we are ready to get out there. You did everything that you just talked about, but where are you located?
Again, we're right along 522, right between Middleburg and Selinsgrove, right smack along 522. It's simple to find, weaversarchery.com, or you can give us a call, send us an email. It's pretty simple.
Bill Macintyre here at Bill Macintyre Chevrolet, here to show you the 2017 Silverado Realtree truck. the Realtree Edition. That's a special edition from Chevrolet this year. Has the camouflage interior, all the Realtree stuff. The black wheels, the black running boards, 5.3 liter. Also shuts 4 of the cylinders off to get your fuel economy. Lots of horsepower, 4-wheel drive on the fly. It's got the spray-in bed liner, leathered heated seats, OnStar navigation if you want Google Maps or your phone to pair with the truck. It's got Bluetooth capabilities. It is a Z71, so it has a different suspension package than the regular one, a little stiffer, great for the outdoors. Has a hidden storage compartments that you can fit your bow and your gun in. It also has the backup camera, so that way you don't hit anything that's behind you. It's got the trailer tow package. Bed's 5.5 foot, and you can also put the tailgate down to give you a little more room. It's got an easy lift tailgate. It won't slam when you drop it. You can lift it up with just 2 fingers. Power rear sliding window. If you have the dog, the bird dog, and you want to give them some air, you can do that by putting the window out. It's got locking differential, so if you do get into a tight spot, one wheel starts spinning, it's going to lock the rear end and get the other one to spin also. It's got, of course, the black steps to match the black truck. It's got the black aluminum wheels. It's got the mud guards already on it, so you can save your paint from the dirt or the stone chips. Basically, with the suspension package, you can take that off-road. That's what the Z71 was an off-road package. On the fly, 4-wheel drive, so you can actually flip it from 2 high to 4 high. Only thing you have to stop is to put it in 4 low if you get into that situation. This was the 2017 Chevrolet Silverado Realtree truck. We are celebrating our 40th anniversary here at Bill Macintyre Chevrolet. Visit us on the web at billmacintyre.com.
Coming up next on The Great Outdoors, we'll head to the Cabin Armory and Training Center.